If you've been around fitness lately, you've probably seen people tracking everything with Oura, Whoop, Apple Watch, Fitbit, InBody, you name it. Sleep, recovery, calories burned, body fat, muscle gain, every little detail. But here's the thing. After over 20 years of training, I don't use any of those devices. And today, I want to explain why and why you probably don't need them either. First off, they're wildly inaccurate. One day it's going to tell you that you're recovered and you're crushing it, so you're going to work really hard. The next day it's going to say you're in the red, even though you did nothing different. That inconsistency can completely mess with your head. Don't let a device tell you how you feel. If you feel good, go for it. If you feel tired, back off. And that leads me to my second point. If you're working hard, doing all the right things, and your tracker spits out a negative score, what happens? Your motivation is going to go down, right? You start second guessing your plan, and you hop on a new plan. But fitness isn't about obsessing over daily data. It's about putting your head down, doing the work, and trusting the process. We already know what works, right? More sleep is good for you. Working out consistently is good for you. Eating enough protein is good for you. Of course we should eat more fruits and vegetables, get more water. You don't need a device to tell you that, right? But people do ask me all the time, Zach, why don't you do more body fat measurements for yourself? How do you know if you're gaining muscle? The truth? I don't need to know. Because I lift 4 days a week. I use progressive overload. I add weight every week, or reps. My form is really good. I get enough protein and sleep. I get enough fruits and vegetables, drink enough water. And those are the only levers that really matter. I could always increase my calories a little bit more, maybe get a little bit more sleep, but that's about it. Measuring how much muscle I gain does not change any of that. And honestly, the results could be discouraging. You might train all year and only put on a couple pounds of muscle. That's normal, but if you're chasing numbers, you're just going to be disappointed. And this is where tools like the InBody machine come in. People think they're getting this cutting edge thing, but really they've been around since the 1980s, and it's nothing new or revolutionary. When I first started training, we knew they were not accurate. And just like the wearables, it's going to be up or down. One day it might tell you that you gained 5 pounds of muscle, and the next day it shows you lost 2 pounds of muscle, all because of water weight. Imagine you working your butt off for 6 months, eating well, training consistently, doing everything right. You step on that machine and it spits out a report saying you lost 2 pounds of muscle. That would be deflating. I mean, talk about a kick in the butt, right? You're going to be like, crap, I need to do something different. But in reality, you might have actually gained 2 pounds of muscle. That device just can't measure with that kind of precision. And that's the problem. The numbers can mislead you, and instead of feeling proud of your work, you're walking away frustrated and wondering what's going on. Now, let me be clear. If you find your tracker helpful, that's great. I'm not saying you should throw in the trash or get rid of it. If it gives you accountability or motivates you to get more steps, drink more water, go to bed earlier, then by all means, keep using it. But truthfully, some tracking can be useful. Just don't go crazy with it. For example, I personally like to use body weight on the scale. It's easy, right? It's really easy. I don't stress about it. And I take a 7-day average to make sure that I'm not getting too worried about the ups and downs day to day, right? Another simple one is just going by how your clothing fits. Because really, we just want to feel better in our clothes. You know, that's a real world measure that's hard to ignore. And you're not getting those wild, inconsistent readings like you would from a machine. But what I do hope is that this video gives you an alternative perspective. If you're ever feeling like your device is stressing you out or making fitness feel like a constant report card, you don't have to live by it. You can take a step back, simplify the process, and focus on the habits that you already know are going to make the difference. Think about it like flossing or brushing your teeth. You don't track weekly progress with that. You just do it because you know it's good for you. The same thing with eating more vegetables. If you add 2 extra servings a day, you don't need validation from an app. You know it's the right move for your health. So here's the takeaway. Don't get lost chasing numbers or waiting for some device to validate your effort. Put your head down, do the work, and trust the process. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit subscribe. And in the comments, let me know, do you use a fitness tracker? And has it helped you? Or has it been more of a negative experience?